Imagine this. You're alone, the world around you is chaos, and the only thing standing between you and survival are the tactics you've prepared for. But here's the thing. There are military survival secrets so powerful, they've been kept from civilians for decades. Until now. Today, I'm breaking down these life-saving tactics, the ones they don't want you to know, because when disaster strikes, it'll already be too late. Stay with me, because the final secret might just save your life. Before we dive in, check the link in the comments. I've listed essential survival gear, from tactical flashlights to multi-tools, that every prepper should have. These items can be your lifeline when everything else fails. The first rule of survival? Assess and adapt. In the military, the most dangerous mistake isn't underestimating the enemy. It's failing to evaluate your environment. Soldiers are trained to analyze their surroundings within seconds. Is there water nearby? What's the quickest escape route? What's the most likely threat? Civilians, on the other hand, tend to freeze under pressure. And that's where the danger begins. Here's a trick. Use the STOP method. Stop, think, observe, and plan. It's the cornerstone of military decision-making. When chaos unfolds, take 10 seconds to execute STOP. It can mean the difference between life and death. Navigation without technology. Let's face it, in a real survival scenario, GPS will be useless. Soldiers are taught to navigate using tools that can't fail: the sun, the stars, and the terrain itself. Here's a quick hack. Did you know the shadow of a stick can help you find true north? It's called the shadow tip method, and it's something every soldier learns in survival school. Now think about this. In a blackout scenario, knowing how to find your way could lead you to safety or straight into danger. Tactical use of everyday objects. Military training turns everyday objects into tools for survival. Take paracord, for example. To you, it's just rope. To a soldier, it's a lifeline, a way to build shelter, trap food, or even stitch a wound in a pinch. The lesson? Always carry multifunctional tools and learn how to use them. Here's another secret: duct tape. Yes, duct tape. Soldiers have used it to create waterproof patches, repair torn clothing, and even stabilize broken limbs. Need a quick start kit? Check out the link in the comments for a list of must-have tools and supplies. Stealth and camouflage, the art of disappearing. Survival isn't just about what you do, it's about what you don't do. Soldiers are experts at stealth, moving silently and blending in with their surroundings. Civilians? Not so much. Here's what they don't teach you. Your scent can give you away. In the wild, predators and enemies can detect you long before they see you. Soldiers combat this by masking their scent using mud or natural foliage. It's a skill that could mean the difference between being the hunter or the hunted. The most powerful survival skill isn't physical, it's mental. Soldiers are trained to endure unimaginable stress without breaking. The secret? Mental conditioning. Here's how you can apply this. Practice controlled breathing. It lowers your heart rate, clears your mind, and sharpens your decision-making. When the stakes are high, your greatest weapon is staying calm. The importance of psychological resilience in survival. Another aspect of military survival that often goes unnoticed by civilians is the focus on psychological resilience. In any high-stakes situation, your mind can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Military training instills the discipline to remain calm, focused, and adaptive under intense pressure. Imagine being lost in a dense forest with no clear path to safety. Without mental clarity, even the best physical tools and strategies can become useless. Soldiers are taught to compartmentalize fear, focus on actionable tasks, and maintain a level head no matter how dire the circumstances appear. The good news is that this resilience ISN/U 2019T exclusive to military personnel. Civilians can adopt similar mental strategies by practicing mindfulness, stress management, and scenario visualization. For instance, take a moment each day to imagine how you would handle specific emergencies, from car breakdowns to natural disasters. This simple exercise trains your brain to remain solution-oriented in real crises. Check the comments section for a curated list of resources that can help you build these mental survival skills. Building trust in your equipment. Another principle drilled into soldiers is trust in their equipment. It's not about carrying the most expensive gear, but understanding and maximizing what you have. A soldier's knife isn't just a knife. It's a multi-purpose tool that can build shelters, prepare food, or provide defense. Their flashlight isn't just for illumination. It's a life-saving tool in darkness. The military ensures that every piece of equipment serves a purpose, and soldiers train rigorously to use these tools to their full potential. As a civilian, you don't need military-grade equipment to adopt this mindset. Take stock of what you already have and learn to make the most of it. Do you know how to properly sharpen your knife? Have you mastered the basic features of your multi-tool? Simple skills like these can transform ordinary items into life-saving tools. In fact, I've listed some affordable, reliable gear in the comments to help you start building your own survival kit today. The art of silent communication. Imagine being in a situation where speaking could draw unwanted attention, whether from wild animals, hostile individuals, or even natural hazards like avalanches. Silent communication, another critical military tactic, is often the difference between life and death. Soldiers use hand signals, eye contact, and subtle body movements to convey complex messages without a single word. For civilians, this skill can be equally valuable. Picture a hiking trip where someone gets injured, and you need to quietly coordinate a rescue without alerting predators or depleting your energy. Simple hand gestures, pre-agreed signals, or even writing on a small notepad can make a big difference. Start practicing these with your family or group. And if you're wondering where to start, check the comment section for a quick guide to silent communication techniques. Navigating without modern tools. Military survival doesn't depend on GPS or smartphones. Soldiers are trained to navigate using maps, compasses, and natural indicators like the sun, stars, and topography. Why? Because technology can fail, batteries die, signals drop, and devices break. I've saved the most critical secret for last. This one. It's not just about survival. It's about preparing for the unthinkable. Soldiers are taught to plan for a world where everything fails. No power, no water, no help. The tactic? Build a network. No one survives alone. It's not just about you. It's about creating a team you can trust when everything else crumbles, because in the end, the strongest survival skill isn't physical strength. It's knowing you're not alone. You don't have to enlist to learn these skills. Start by understanding the basics of reading a map and using a compass. Learn to identify landmarks and natural signs, like how moss often grows on the north side of trees in the northern hemisphere. This knowledge isn't just empowering, it's essential. Whether you're lost during a weekend hike or caught in a large-scale disaster, the ability to navigate independently can mean the difference between safety and prolonged danger. There are step-by-step tutorials linked in the comments to help you get started. How to make the most of limited resources. Soldiers are masters of resourcefulness, turning scarcity into an advantage. A simple poncho can become a waterproof shelter, and a tin of food can double as a cooking vessel. This ingenuity stems from training that emphasizes adapting tools for multiple uses. In survival, improvisation is your best friend. Can you turn a soda can into a stove? Convert a shoelace into a fishing line? These skills might seem trivial, but they're the cornerstone of survival. I've shared some videos and guides in the comments that demonstrate how to repurpose everyday items for survival situations, when to stay and when to move. One of the hardest decisions in any survival scenario is determining whether to stay put or move. Soldiers are taught to analyze their surroundings, weigh risks, and choose the safest option. Sometimes, staying in place makes you easier to find. Other times, moving to a better location increases your chances of survival. As a civilian, this decision requires a clear head and knowledge of your environment. Are you in a flood zone? Are there predators nearby? Is there a safe path to higher ground? The key is to gather as much information as possible and make an informed decision. Practice assessing these factors during everyday outings, whether it's a camping trip or a city walk. And don't forget, having a survival kit ready will make any choice less daunting.